Hi everyone, today we are going to deal with determination of density of a regular solid. So first of all we should know what do you mean by regular solid. A regular solid means it have a fixed length, breadth, height. For example, first I will show you a cube. Here you can see a cube. So it have a fixed length, breadth and height. All this length, breadth and height is of 18 centimeter. So for finding volume of a regular solid, in the first example yes we are using here is a cube, and you can find the volume of a cube using the formula side into side into side. Why we are using the side into side into side? Because all the sides are equal. Since it is a cube, all the sides are equal. So we can find the volume using side cube. Okay. So that is the first one, volume of a cube. Second one, volume of a cuboid. So here you can see it is a cuboid. Here it is this is the length, breadth and height. There is a difference in length, breadth and height. So for finding the volume of a cuboid, we will use the formula length into breadth into height. We have L into B into H. Clear? And the third one is sphere. Okay, you all are familiar with a sphere. So how will you find the volume of a sphere? How to find its volume? So the formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi, the value of pi is 3.14 into r cube. What is your r? R means the radius of the sphere. Okay, radius of the sphere is r. So for finding the volume of this sphere, we have to use the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. And we have the last one, cylinder. I have a small cylinder in my hand. For finding volume of this cylinder, the formula is pi r square h. Again we have the pi, the value is 3.14. Then r means this is a circle. We can find the radius of the circle. So that is r, and h, height of the cylinder. So for finding volume of this cylinder, we have to use the formula pi r square h. So once we calculate the volume, for finding the density, we already studied in part 1. Formula for density is mass by volume. First we have to calculate the mass of this cylinder using a beam balance or any electronic balance. We have to calculate the mass of this cylinder. After that we have to calculate the volume of this cylinder. So once we got the mass and volume, we can calculate the density of this cylinder. Okay. Next we are going to study about vessels for measuring volume of liquids. That first one is measuring cylinder. Here you can see it's a model of a measuring cylinder, and generally the measuring cylinder is graduated in milliliters. So here you can see 50 ml, 100 ml, 150, 200, so on. So if you want to take a liquid of 100 ml, we have to take the liquid and pour it to this measuring cylinder of the required value. So it is only 50 ml. If you want to take 100 ml, here you can see it is almost 100 ml. So water, we know it does not have, or liquid does not have a fixed shape and fixed size. It occupies the shape of the container. So we will get only volume of the liquids. So for measuring volume of liquids, we will use measuring cylinders. This is one model of measuring cylinder. Another model, you can see, I think you all are familiar with this. If you have small babies at home, you can see for giving medicines, they require maximum 1 ml or 2 ml of medicine. So this is also an example of measuring cylinder. Here you can see the mark 1 ml, 1.5 ml. So for this, suppose this is medicine, we will just press the and take it. So here you can see around 1 ml medicine is there. So this is also an example of instrument which measure the volume of liquid. Again you can see this. This is also an example of measuring cylinder. Here we have the readings from 2.5 ml, 5 ml, 7.5 ml. This is also used to measure the volume of syrups. If you are using cough syrup or any other syrups in a liquid form, medicines in liquid form, we will use this. So here also you can see we will have now this is 2.5 ml. So if the doctor is prescribing to have 2.5 ml thrice a day, we have to take this much. So it measures the volume of the liquid. And here you can see one more measuring cylinder. So this generally we use to measure the Ayurvedic medicines. Okay, so these all are examples of measuring cylinder. And second one is measuring beaker. So measuring beaker is a bigger one like this. Measuring beaker, little more bigger one which can contain up to 1 liter or 2 liters. Then the last one is Eureka can. I just have a model of Eureka can. Here this is an example of a Eureka can. Here you can see a small opening towards the top. And this portion is called the spout. So when we fill water into it, there is a fixed amount. It is 1 liter. 1 liter Eureka can. So if excess water, if we pour more water, the excess water will flow through this. Okay, these all are examples of measuring liquid, measuring volume of liquids. Next, we are going to study about how to determine density of an irregular solid. We know for finding the density, formula is mass by volume. If it is a regular solid or irregular solid, we can measure the mass using a beam balance or spring balance. We can find the mass of a body if it is regular or irregular. But here we are going to find the density of an irregular solid. For finding irregular solid, density is mass by volume. So how will you calculate the volume of an irregular solid? If it is a regular solid like this cuboid, we have the formula length into breadth into height. So by simply multiplying L into B into H, we will get the volume, and just substitute in the formula mass by volume, we will get the density. But how will you calculate the density of this stone? This is an irregular object. We cannot say particular shape. So there will be no fixed formula. For this, we will use a displacement method to find the volume. So first we have to find the mass of this irregular object using the spring balance or beam balance. Right now I don't have the beam balance, so I am using a spring balance to measure the mass of the given object. So after measuring the mass, we will note it, what is the mass of the irregular object. Second step is to find the volume of this irregular object. For that, we have to take a measuring cylinder and fill it with water. Fill it partially with water. Now I am going to fill it around 200 ml. Okay, now I fill this measuring cylinder with 200 ml. So I wrote here initial level of the water is 200 ml. Now I am going to immerse this irregular solid to the water. Slowly immerse it. Okay, I just drop it. You can see the level of the water rises, and here the measure is around 350. Okay, it is above 350. It will around reach 400. Okay, the level of the water reaches 400. So the final level we can write here 400 ml. Initially it was 200 milliliter. After immersing this irregular solid, the water level rises and reaches 400 ml. You can see it? It is 400 ml. Now we have to subtract final level minus initial level. 400 ml minus 200 ml. We will get 400 minus 200 is 200. So volume of this irregular object is 200 ml. SI unit of volume is centimeter cube. We have the formula, the relation between milliliter and centimeter cube is 1 milliliter is 1 centimeter cube. So volume of that stone is 200 centimeter cube. So using the formula, density is equal to mass by volume, we can calculate the density of that given stone. First we have to find the mass using the spring balance or beam balance. Secondly, calculate the volume using the displacement method, and subtracting final level and initial level, we will get the volume, and using the formula density is equal to mass by volume, we can determine density of an irregular solid. Next we are going to find the volume of this irregular solid using a Eureka can. Just now we completed how to find the volume of this irregular solid using displacement method. Now we are going to use another method, Eureka can. Using Eureka can, how to calculate or how to find the volume of this liquid. For that we will place the Eureka can on the table. So for finding this volume of this irregular solid using Eureka can, first we have to fill this Eureka can with any liquid. Now I am taking red color water, and we have to fill it till the spout. And the excess water, you can see, it will pass through this spout and will be collected in the measuring cylinder. Okay, once it is over, okay, now I am going to immerse this irregular solid to this Eureka can. You can see the water displaced by this body is collected in this measuring cylinder. Immerse it slowly. Okay, I just immersed the entire solid to this liquid. Now you can see water is collected in this Eureka can, and you can see the reading. It is around 200 ml. So using the displacement method, when we calculate the volume of this irregular solid using displacement method also, we got it is 200 milliliter, that is 200 centimeter cube. In this way also, when we calculate the volume of this irregular solid using Eureka can, then also we got the displaced water is 200 ml, that means 200 centimeter cube. Thus we can find the volume of an irregular solid using Eureka can.